Gold, we start with 1 hour chart. Okay, if we refer to our analysis, we mentioned that about the both possibility when the price was here, whether for buy or sell. I mentioned how we can trade for both, and traders they can refer to my last video. Okay, now what's the next? When the price was here, I mentioned that if we want to look for buy, we don't jump into the trade. We need to get the correction to get the trade. And we say when the price come to this level, we start to manage. Why we don't want to jump to the trade, see what's happened? Because this one was due to the news. Okay, that's why we have to wait for the correction. Now what's the next? Okay, and because in my last video we mentioned if we get the sell, we will be more interested in the sell in terms of the risk and reward. Now what I want to say, we are looking for sell. We are more interested in the sell if we get the sell. Okay, how we can trade? One of the option is we will let the price drop sharply, give a correction, then from there any sell we get, or if we want to trade from here, we get the trade setup within this correction, let the price move a bit higher, then we see any sell setup from within this. If we take at the top, we take it, and when the price comes to this low, we start to manage. Why? Because maybe this one can start be correct similar to what I draw here, but we are more interested in the sell because in terms of the risk and reward can give us better trade. Okay, because the sub loss will be above this. Okay, or even the maximum will be above here. It depends on the traders what's the risk and reward they're looking for, they want to trade. And the reason is we are looking for sell if I move to forward chart, because still we thinking we will have this one in relative to this for one move down. Okay, but beside that, in my last video I mentioned still there is a possibility price to tag this high before we take this, before we drop. That's why we're talking with whether we want to trade for look for buy or not. Okay, anyway, we are looking for sell, and if this one continues similar to what I draw here, it can give us a better confirmation, and we need to take the trade setup in case this one change the direction and move to this high before it drop. Okay, anyway, in terms of the risk and reward, we're looking for sell. Beside that, do we need to look for buy if we get the buy setup? First of all, we need to see whether we can get any buy setup within this range or not, whether really good trade setup in terms of the risk and reward. Because whether if you want to look for buy, you want to put the stop loss here or here, mostly we should be here. Okay, and if I move to 1 hour chart, what the second reason why we are not really interested in the sell, because of this sharp move we have it. Because right now, for me, if I want to look for buy, I prefer the price break this top, give a correction before I look for buy. Then when the price come to this high, we need to start to manage it. Okay, how I don't think I can get really good trading in terms of the risk and reward, because my stop loss will be the best one is below this. That's why we're looking for sell. We want to see how this one can form any sell from there, even if the price move higher, better for, because it can our risk and reward will be better with the stop loss above this. Okay, anyway, we're looking for sell, but right now we don't have any sell setup. We want to see how this one can form. But before we look for sell, we need to get the sell setup. We don't need to jump into the trade, because as I mentioned that even if this one can continue in terms of the corrective, or with a sharp move, take this high, then may from there drop or change the direction. Okay, anyway, we just follow the chart. If I see any trade setup, I will share on YouTube.